Have you ever wondered why someone fell in love with you? Not the surface reasons, not your smile, your jokes, or even your kindness. No, I mean the real reason. The hidden, unconscious force that pulled them toward you like a magnet. Because here's the unsettling truth. Love isn't as random as we think. In fact, according to Jungian psychology, people only fall in love with you for two deep, primal reasons. And once you understand them, you'll never see love or yourself the same way again. So let's ask the dangerous question. What are these two reasons? And more importantly, which one is driving your love life? We like to believe love is pure magic, an unpredictable spark between two souls. But what if I told you love is more like a mirror that doesn't reflect who you are, but rather what the other person needs to see? Carl Jung, the legendary psychologist, called this phenomenon projection. It's the idea that we don't fall in love with a person, we fall in love with the unseen parts of ourselves that we project onto them. Think about it. Have you ever been infatuated with someone, only to realize later that they weren't who you thought they were? That's projection at work. But here's where it gets even more fascinating. Jung believed that these projections come from two powerful forces within us, two unconscious reasons that dictate who we're drawn to. And once you recognize them, you'll start seeing them everywhere. Let's start with the first and darkest reason people fall in love with you. They see their shadow in you. According to Jung, the shadow is the part of ourselves we refuse to acknowledge. It's the anger we suppress, the desires we deny, the wildness we've been taught to hide. And here's the kicker. We're addicted to people who embody these rejected traits. Why? Because they give us permission to experience what we've locked away. Think about it. Have you ever been drawn to someone rebellious when you've always been the good one? Or felt magnetized to someone emotionally intense when you pride yourself on being logical? That's not an accident. It's your unconscious screaming, "I need what they have." But here's the painful twist. This kind of love is not about you. It's about their unfinished business. They don't love you. They love the lost parts of themselves they see in you. And once they either reclaim those parts or realize you're not the answer, that's when the spark fades. So if someone's love feels more like obsession than true connection, ask yourself, are they really seeing you or just their own reflection? Now, the second reason is even more powerful, and it's rooted in Jung's concept of the Anima and Animus. These are the idealized masculine and feminine energies buried in our unconscious. And when someone embodies them, that's when love feels destiny. Here's how it works. If a man hasn't fully embraced his emotional, intuitive side, his anima, he'll fall for a woman who radiates those qualities. If a woman hasn't owned her assertiveness or strength, her animus, she'll crave a partner who lives those traits. This isn't just attraction, it's soul-level recognition. But, and this is crucial, this kind of love is also a projection. It's not about you as a whole person. It's about you as a symbol, a stepping stone for their growth. And that's why so many passionate love stories collapse. Once the other person integrates those qualities, the magic dissolves. So tell me, has someone ever looked at you like you were their other half? Like you complete them? Be careful. That's not love. That's hunger. So now we know the two unconscious reasons people fall in love with you, but here's the problem. Neither of them is really about you, and that's where love gets messy. Imagine this. You meet someone who swears you're their soulmate. They adore you, idolize you, maybe even put you on a pedestal. Feels incredible at first, but then slowly they start getting frustrated, distant. They say things like, "You've changed," or "I thought you were different." Sound familiar? That's the moment the projection cracks. They didn't fall for you, they fell for the fantasy their unconscious needed you to be. And when you inevitably don't live up to that fantasy, that's when the love turns into resentment. This is why so many relationships burn out, why love at first sight often becomes disillusionment over time. Because when love is based on projection, it's not built to last. It's built to collapse, or worse, to trap both of you in a cycle of longing and disappointment. So, how do you know if someone's love is real? If they see you, not just their own reflection. Here's the test. Ask yourself, 1. Do they love your flaws? Not tolerate them, not excuse them, but genuinely accept them? Because if they only love the polished, perfect version of you, that's a red flag. 2. Do they challenge you? Projected love is passive. It wants you to stay exactly as you are. Real love pushes you to grow. 3. Do they get angry when you change? If they panic when you evolve, that's a sign they loved a role, not a person. The brutal truth? Most love starts as projection. But the difference between a fleeting spark and something real is whether it can survive the moment the fantasy fades. So what's the solution? Do we just give up on love? No, but we have to get real about it. Here's what Jung would tell you. 1. Become whole on your own. The less you need someone to complete you, the less you'll attract people who love you for their own unfinished business. 2. Look beyond the spark. That electric chemistry? It's often just your unconscious recognizing its own reflection. True connection takes time. 3. Love with your eyes open. Ask, do I love this person or do I love what they represent? Because here's the beautiful part. Once you stop seeking love to fill your voids, you create space for something rare. A love that's not about projection, but about two whole people choosing each other, flaws and all. So the next time someone falls in love with you or you fall for them, ask yourself, why? Is it because they see you or because you're holding up a mirror to their soul? If this hit home, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you ever been loved for the wrong reasons or realized too late that you were the one projecting? Drop a comment. Let's unravel this together. And if you're ready to go deeper into the psychology of love, hit that like button and subscribe. This is just the